You never know which collection's going to be your last. You just never know.
These are unusual words for designer Zac Posen, whose bravado, confidence, and ambition were apparent at an early age.
Started designing when I was 4 years old on small plastic Shira dolls. They were called Princess of Power. And from then I continued making clothing for myself, costumes always. I was very involved in theatrical performances as a young child. And from then I started designing for people when I was about 12 or 13. Then I did an internship at Nicole Miller in which I was able to design, and she was a great teacher. And I worked at Tocca in high school. I had a really incredible internship at the Metropolitan Museum, and I was working under Richard Martin. And then I went to Central St. Martin's in London when I graduated high school at 18.
Zac came back from London, and there was already a buzz about him. For the first few years, we were really doing this in my parents' living room. Since we'd built it from scratch, we obviously needed some investment.
In 2004, Posen received that investment from entrepreneur Sean Combs.
He was lucky to partner with Puff Daddy, or P. Diddy, or whatever we call him now, at just the right moment, and to have that infusion of cash, which is key, and an infusion of confidence into his company.
He was somebody who really, really understood the scope of Zac's talent and where it could go.
He has really good friends with the girls he dresses, which I think gives him a good in into the kind of clothes they want to wear.
What he's built in over the years, through meeting customers, through dressing celebrities, is he's learned to dress women with curves. He's learned to dress women who need to go to work. He's learned to dress sophisticated, older women. And that's allowed his brand to grow into a really nice cross-section of women who love fashion, love direction, love color, and love details.
He would never use 5 seams when he could manage to get 20 into a garment.
Zac loves details, and his women love details. They like trains, they like gores, they like darts, they like gussets. It's all about dressmaking in a very old-fashioned sense.
Sometimes I think his things are a bit overly complicated. Sometimes that lends itself to high drama.
Well, for me, that is what fashion and dressing is for. It's about having fun, it's about looking beautiful, it's about feeling chic. That is what dress is for.
He's a young sensibility, but he also is so rooted in the styles of the 1940s that silhouette has always been a passion for him.
He's fascinated by the way the French couturiers work, and so he tries to instill some of that into his work. I think it's kind of amazing that someone so young is still that interested in that kind of thing.
His clothes are incredibly exciting and sexy and feminine, and he loves women, and it's evident in his work.
It really helps, especially these days with all of the media attention on fashion, that Zac is such an incredible personality.
In 2004, Posen won the Perry Ellis Award for Womenswear, a prestigious prize for emerging talent. As he approached his 10th anniversary, Zac considered his rapid rise in the fashion industry.
It's about being true to yourself now. I've learned so much about my craft and about the community that I work in and growing a business. So, from draping techniques to construction techniques to, numbers and EBITDAs, I mean, it's night and day from a kid who doesn't, who has a dream and wanted to express it to somebody who now, is going to put it out there and make it happen.